Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Danganronpa. Back to another pink bloody scene. I was told apparently there's actually a lot of, differences with this bloodlust thing on the wall. Apparently in the different kinds of, translations, there's a screenshot translation, then also a, the actual, translation. But when it was still in Japanese, I'm not explaining that well, there was, two different kinds of messages on the wall, and there's a lot going on there. So, the big thing I was pointed to was don't pay too much attention to how it looks, because it's looked very different in the past. But anyway, that's not why we're here today. We're here to look at bloody scenes. Also, there's a decent chance that I'm going to be getting a phone call during the middle of this, so we may make a video cut for that as well, just to be prepared. But I think we can now finally get started looking at the scenes, seeing if we can get a little closer to that class trial, which I personally am a bit excited for. Let's take a look around. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but...
What?
But we're still not sure how he did it. Or we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. There was, curiously, I think this is the most curious thing about the whole thing, is that there's blood up here. The poster got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. Oh, it must have just been blood splatter. I thought it looked kind of like it was put there on purpose. There's a fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Locker room dumbbell. I think the important thing to pull away from this is that it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody particularly strong. I mean, I doubt Chihiro could have done it. Obviously, for the sake of, Chihiro being dead, she couldn't have done it. But I doubt, that Chihiro was the one killing someone else with a dumbbell. I doubt she could have done it. But I would think pretty much anybody else here probably could have been able to lift that dumbbell and hit someone in the head with it. So I think that's the important thing to note, is that it didn't require somebody with a, an amazing amount of skill, the ultimate dumbbell lifter to do this. I think anyone feasibly could have done this, which is why we don't have to necessarily blame the strong people right off. Look at that. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. Now's no time to think about that. Alright, let's run by everybody else. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need is to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl, after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help but wondering what it might be. Manda's account. Maybe the cause was something in her video, I wonder. Alright, on to Sakura. I use this locker room all the time. Now, it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else than carried here. Possibly. She's very late, that's true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still.
Well,
I still think she came here on her own by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. That is really curious, actually. I completely glossed over that. Would she really have been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
Hina and myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However...
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else? It's a possibility, I think. Sakura's account. That's kind of interesting if you think about it. It wasn't like it was a secret she wanted to train. Everyone knew, so I wonder why in particular maybe she'd been avoiding. Do you think maybe she was intimidated by other people exercising? I wonder. That is really odd though, and now I believe it's time for us to move on. Huh? Already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. I wanted to look around some more. Alright, so what's your idea? So this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? So, what, we need to investigate here? Flotation donut? No, I don't think so. It's one of the monitors. Maybe this gun was used to... No, impossible. If that were true, Chihiro would be riddled with holes. Yeah, I didn't think so. There are a bunch of pool-related items, nothing to do with the case. If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
Wow. You're... See, Togami's kind of making me suspicious now because he has this really good habit of figuring out when he's around. Has he been domesticated? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for 2 people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
I think that's the important thing to note here, and we can't lend them to other people, which would mean that, assuming there isn't a loophole, only girls could get in there. So the murderer would have to be a girl. But for some reason that just seems far, far too easy, I'm not sure. If there was some sort of erotic terrorist in the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct. So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro body being found in the girls' locker room means Hey, Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So, in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? See, now I'm trying to figure out what kind of loophole that could be. You can't lend anybody your handbook, and no one can go in after you. Which would make me think that you would have to use your own handbook to get in, right? And your handbook has your own gender in it, so you can't, unless there's some like option of switching that, I don't know. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another... Oh, is stealing it not prohibited? Okay. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. So, loaning would be knowingly letting someone borrow it. Borrowing is unknowingly having someone borrow it, basically. To my understanding, right? I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. Okay, so that reopens the idea that anyone could have done it. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means you would have to loan it, so,
Why you?
so sleepy! Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Togami and get your poop together.
Unbelievable.
Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest of it yourself.
That's fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental facilities. Faculties. So I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. That was an important distinction to make there, of course, was that loaning it was prohibited. I knew there had to be some sort of something to that, because it just felt, I don't know, like they laid it down too easy. Like they didn't cover every possible hole. Like if they said, you can't loan it or do this or this or this or this or this, that would make it seem like, it was completely nothing. But that's an important loophole. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out myself? Thanks, jerk! The hunk of metal blocking the entrance seems like some kind of machine. That's a machine gun. Surveillance camera. And what I can only assume is a gun attached to it. It's so chilling. And that's a similar thing over here. Yep. There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook? No, wait, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing here? Oh, I think I got it now. So you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here, Togami? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems that there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go on ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... Looks like it. You're right. This is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. So it didn't even necessarily even have to be one of the students alive. It just could have been one of these. Which is actually far too easy, in my opinion. But still, I'm glad we solved that quickly. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. Yep, loaning your handbook is strictly prohibited. Borrowing's fine. I know. I see, yeah. Now I understand.
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment, which led to Leon's death. The execution that mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Yeah, I thought Monokuma said they can't break. Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey!
Now I'm really angry!
What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easy. But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does?
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Maybe if it gets blood on it, it turns off. Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? And that's probably going to be a decent key to this, I imagine? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. I don't even know. No idea. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Not quite. What does that mean? What does that mean? What do you mean by that, Togami? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you really think... You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. The murderous fiend is... Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it. And I can show you. Feel free, please. We gotta skip past that again.
Don't make me repeat myself.
And I have a basis to believe that. I assure you Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really... You two! Big trouble, needs your help.
I don't have time to play with you.
But it's an emergency, emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me. What is it?
Please!
This is a serious emergency, please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency. An emergency? What happened?
Well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting... Well, we already knew that. Toko's weird. I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Togami?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay then. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah!
Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorms. To Toko's room, more likely. You're right. Okay, let's go in. Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency. Okay, so we gotta talk to you first?
Such ignorance.
Wow. Oh, you. Okay, I didn't even know you were... I thought you were already in the room. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her. You know, to see how she was doing. But when we did... It was weird. She refused to come out and kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Hey Toko, you want to come out? I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open, slowly and silently. Hi Toko. Nice sliding door you have there. Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Are you Genocide Jack? It's interesting. And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. I was mildly suspicious that Toko might have been it back when I had the theory that only the girls could have done it. I mean, there's not a ton of girls. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago. Slide. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Togami? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But...
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this guy. He's not gonna want to do it. Hey, Togami, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Whatever. You're gonna talk to her, Togami? Wow, I guess you can even be nice when you want to. I hate being nice. Togami stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments,
What do you want?
leave me alone, you're all so annoying. Bakula?
It's Byakuya.
Byakuya. Byakuya. It's a good one to know. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. I don't know, that sounds pretty suspicious. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Togami couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey, Togami, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise.
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Togami sped away. Togami! And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked. But he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Very curious about these archives, because I still haven't yet seen what's in there. Every time I try, Togami's like, "Get out of here, you jerk! Go away! I hate people. You gotta read my book." Yeah, we'll stop there for today. We got a little bit more investigating to do. I don't know. Let me think about it. Maybe I'll start the stream early and just like do a nice 2-3 hour stream just to knock out the trial as well. I'll give it some thought. I'll let you guys know by this evening or about the time that the video comes out or so if I'm going to be doing a stream tomorrow or not. I'll have to think about it. I do have tomorrow off, that's why. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more Dang it, Ron Paul. Yeah. Bye!